show you how to install the 1516 Ford Focus ST amber deletes. This also applies to other amber delete kits that we do provide on our website. We've already went ahead and cleaned these with just a window cleaner, or you could use alcohol or anything that doesn't have anything that's going to leave a residue behind, or an oil base or something like that. Try to stick with like a soap and water or window cleaner or something like that. When you're done cleaning the surface, make sure you take a squeegee hard card or something like that, and you wrap it in like either a microfiber cleaning cloth, and clean on the back side right here of the headlights and up at the top, since our kits extend over the edge here and over the edge of the top a little bit. We're going to trim this one off, but we want to make sure it's going to stick good. This one we're going to leave and tuck down, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that. We tuck it down so that if any light comes up from the headlight when the hood's closed, it at least blocks a majority of it, so that it looks a little bit better at night. You don't get any light seepage. Or you can trim it off if that's what you prefer. Entirely up to you, but we give you the option. So that's clean. We're going to go ahead and take our amber delete overlay kit, clean off the vacuum cleaner really quick, and we're going to kind of pre-position this so we make it to where the edge of the headlight needs to hit right here about. So I'm going to leave an impression on it so it makes it a little bit easier for me to line things up. And as you see, it fits pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and peel that, but it's very important that you leave that impression, and I'll show you why right now. If you don't leave that impression, you're kind of not going to know where to set it up. So I go ahead and, oops, leave it right there, and I'm going to slight anchor. And now this gives us the ability to move it up and down as we need to. So it's very important that this corner, not the second one, this corner right here, ends up on the edge of the headlight. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust that and pull it down to where that corner is right at the edge of the headlight. And we're going to kind of anchor this down right here, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and do the top. And when we do the top, you notice a little bit that this adhesive didn't really tack down right away, and it won't. We want that. We want it to kind of do that for us. As long as you're not doing it out in the sun or whatever, in a cool shop or a garage area, it's going to be perfect. That's what you want it to do. So we're going to go ahead and kind of pull on this, but not too hard. And what we're trying to do is pull a little bit of the tension out of this area right here. And again, we're going to get this corner to match up right at the edge of the headlight right there. So we're going to slightly pull. We're going to anchor that down. As you see, it caused like little wrinkles and stuff right here. That's really easy to get out. Don't worry about that. Don't panic. It's not set until it's pressed down. Okay, so I went ahead and anchored that in that. Now we're going to go ahead and pop this side up, and we're going to pull just ever so slightly back this direction. And then we're going to go ahead and just rub just this little area right here down. What that does is it pulls all the wrinkles out of this side right here and a little bit out of this side right here, so we have to use very little heat. These right here are going to rub out fairly easily as long as you approach them properly. So you see how it's got a point right here. You don't want to keep rubbing this direction because that's going to get sharper and sharper. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and combat that now. Just go ahead and start working that out. Alright, so as you guys can see, I went ahead and worked those little wrinkles out and stuff like that. And you could use a hard card, use your hand, whatever fits you guys best. I'm going to actually switch over to my squeegee now, if I can find it. So get the squeegee out. We got the nice suede card here, and you see there's like a little bit of a bump right there. I'm going to go ahead and address that first. So I'm going to go straight to the edge with it. And if I start working this in right here, this is going to start getting bigger and bigger. So you can use heat from a distance. I use a torch, you can use a heat gun or whatever. And as you heat it, you see that the vinyl relaxes. And it pretty much lays flat almost already. Go ahead and get it like that. Make sure that you hit everything with it. Nice and smooth. And the whole top's done. I'll show you how to tuck that in just 1 second. So as you see here, we have like some wrinkles to deal with right here. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and pop it up really quick. Not going to hurt nothing. And we'll start working it down like this. As long as we know that it was in the right spot when we started, we're good to go. Now that I pretty much popped it up, I can get it down a little bit right here until those wrinkles start forming. And then we're not going to push down anymore. We're going to add a little bit of heat. In your case, use a heat gun or whatever you prefer. Get it down right there. Don't burn it. Let it cool off on its own. And you want to do this direction and this direction, not always go straight down on it. And what it does is it spreads those creases to where it allows you to get it down just like that. You went ahead and rubbed all that down. gonna make sure that we're popping it up and then squeegeeing down into that crevice a little bit so that we're not stretching the vinyl into the crevice. We're just, you know, getting it down in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and do one little final heat around the edge. Just a little bit, just to relax the material. And on the top, we're gonna go ahead and put our finger at the edge, and we're gonna go this way, and we're gonna kind of just start it to roll over a little bit. Now that we've done that, go ahead and grab a razor blade, or whatever you wanna use to cut this. And as you see, I can put the razor blade on the bottom of the headlight like this, and there's nothing behind there. You just want the blade to ride the edge, right? So you can start from the top, or you can start from the bottom. In this case, I'm gonna start from the top because my cameraman's kind of in the way. Get it there, and make sure it's a nice sharp blade. Ooh, it's being a little sticky. With my blade. Just drop that out of the way. We're gonna pull this out of the way. And we're good to go. Or trim this out right here. We're gonna want to go back over it with a squeegee or hard card, and you want to put the squeegee right on the edge. And we are going to go ahead and just make sure that everything that's on that edge is firmly stuck. This particular Amber Delete kit has a weird little notch right here that needs to be addressed. So I'm gonna use a little bit of heat. I'm gonna hit it with my finger, kind of round that corner. You can also pick this up, slightly stretch, and roll down too. There's a couple different ways that you can do that, but it's got a weird little notch right here that we're gonna cut it out. So from here, get your hand behind that. So you can trim it a little bit easier. You trim it there, and then you trim it out like that, and then you go ahead and trim out the rest of this corner. And now the only thing that we gotta do is add a little bit of heat. You take your squeegee and you go ahead and just start working slowly down, but you wanna make sure that nothing's stuck on the backside. The reason you don't want anything on the backside to be stuck is because then you could be stretching the material and later on it's gonna bubble up on you. So we'll go ahead and work that down into the corner. Once we did that, then you can go back and kind of do these little sweeping motions. If you guys get like tight little bumps like that, hit it with a little bit of heat, just a little bit, and then use the hard side and they'll work right out just like that. And there you got it.